do my dirt, that the dance ain't trying to flirt. My mans came home the first, watch the feds don't overlurk. Hit the bed, but I can't right now. Same old head trying to take me down. 10 so high, wanna pay so loud. Everybody hood when they get a good play, tell them bring them on field, but I pray for the down. Still got the on payroll, whole team make move when I say so. I'ma rule the whole game, I'ma grandmama chain with them, put the block up, but it still came down. Me now, let me live, human love, look me down, be my judge. This is does. I got fans, they can't tell I'm just a man. Need the love, be my, need my, I don't plan, just show up. Ayo, God don't get what you can't. I just met a bad thing, she stable. Now she mad at the crib, gotta lay low. That's the life that you get with.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
On the banks of Lake Ontario, a dramatic view of CN Tower in downtown Toronto, which is our setting today. Hello and welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports this Tuesday evening. Hi everyone, here with analysts Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce, our reporter. Hey Allie.
Hey Brian, well, last season Fred VanVleet signed the biggest contract in NBA history for an undrafted free agent. And he went on to set more records. His 54-point game, the most ever by an undrafted player, and the most ever by a Raptors player. His mantra has been, bet on yourself. And guys, it sure is paying off.
That it is, Allie. I like that. Now a moment to take a look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it's been trending for Fred VanVleet.
And one thing he's gotten better at as the years have gone on is scoring the ball, shouldering a bigger load of the offense and being willing to accept the responsibility of a go-to option for this team.
Here's the starting group for the San Antonio Spurs. Al-Farouq Aminu out there with Johnson. Then it's Derek White. Then there's Jakob Poeltl. And it's Walker in at the shooting guard. And for the Raptors, we've got Thaddeus Young. Fred VanVleet out there with Malachi Flynn. Then there's Barnes. And it's Birch in at the 5, roaming the paint. Walker passes to White. Off the mark there with a 3. Here's Flynn, covered by Poeltl. 4-3. Pass to Flynn. Back to Birch. The kick out to VanVleet. Clock at 6. No good from outside.
Hard to think of a player who's transformed more than VanVleet. Undrafted, spent some time in the G League. Now he's a primary catalyst for his team. This is why you put the ball in his hands. An accurate pass hitting a moving target.
A fantastic heads-up play there from Young to find the open man.
White finds Poeltl. Down low. And the dunk by Poeltl.
That lack of defensive intensity is not going to stop a player of his caliber from scoring.
A true all-around talent. VanVleet gives you the big things and all the little things as well, Grant.
Well, you talk about the points, the assists, but look at the rebounding and the steals and the charges he takes. I mean, he's a glue guy and a star.
For Toronto, they've gone 2 for 5 to start today's game. Birch the pass to Young. Here's Flynn. Three-pointer, VanVleet. Pass to Barnes. Fires the 3. And the Raptors get it back. The 3. Aminu with the rebound. Stolen by Young. Birch with it. Out to the wing. Here's Flynn. And again, no good by Toronto. Here's Walker. Uses the glass on the layup.
You know, whenever White sees an open teammate, he's getting the ball to him right away. No hesitation.
And out of bounds. San Antonio will have it. Just about halfway through the season. Let's take a look at the East. You take a look at the Raptors. They're way down there in the conference, but still optimistic they can turn it around.
Well, for the Raptors, they hyped it up at the start of the year, but haven't really followed through. They're so disappointed, and really, so are their fans.
Yeah, and it's too bad, really unfortunate, because I did think the potential was there. But at this stage, I think we've seen their best, and it's not going to be good enough this season.
And the Raptors call time here. And going against San Antonio, their first meeting of the year.
They split the 2 games they played last year. Both teams really struggled to find wins throughout the season.
Well, you know, both of these teams know and understand when they face off, it's a very winnable game for either one of them.
Three-pointer, Van Vliet hits the trifecta. Van Vliet's got 6.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
White with it. He's picked up by Birch. Pass to Aminu. Hook loose. And that'll be San Antonio's ball as it goes out of bounds. Spurs able to keep the possession. First quarter of play, and we're about 3 minutes in. Here's the floater. And White lays it in.
Nice selection that time by White. Going to the floater. Every guard needs to have that in his back pocket.
And Young slams it in.
A bit undersized. His hops make him a legit small ball 4.
The Spurs have gotten 5 of 7 shots to fall. Outside White. Pass to Pirtle. And the dunk by Pirtle.
Hey, look at Pirtle. Making it look easy, dropping the hammer down on the defense.
Now here's Birch. The 3 from Barnes. It's not going to go for him. Walker for 3. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
That right there, that's the kind of look this system is designed to create.
Toronto trailing. Pass to Van Vliet. Back to Flynn. The 3 from Barnes. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Takes a 3. Back to White. Walker, the open look. Rebounded by Birch. Birch has got a rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Flynn. And the Raptors, another 3.
Boy, from the looks of it, it appears the defense is fine with him taking that shot, but he makes them pay when they do.
Walker with it, and it's Young picking him up. Walker passes to Pirtle. Here's Aminu. Second shot opportunity, and the shot goes down. Pirtle's got 6 points.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. That's why they continue to get attacked.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
So they take the lead. And at this point of the season, Clark, the scouting reports should be pretty set. How important are they for teams?
Extremely important. I mean, knowing the other team's tendencies is part of preparing to beat them. So we see some teams who swear by advanced scouting. I mean, it's really a pillar of how they operate. They'll use complex defenses to spot an opponent after timeout plays and really put all of that information. It's about data accumulation and then aggregating that data and using it effectively to hopefully give you an advantage in winning the game.
Here's Walker following the bucket by the Raptors. Rebounded by Flynn. And they've been producing at a high level.
No question. They're in a nice rhythm offensively.
And the basket by Van Vliet.
You know, throughout this quarter, guys, they've had no answer for him defensively. And he's been absolutely relentless.
San Antonio with the ball. After the basket by Toronto. White for 3. They get it back. Here's Pirtle. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. Give him 8.
Coming out hot. 4 out of 5. This could be a big game for him.
Lets it go from 14. Tries again. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. San Antonio has gone 2 of 5 from beyond the arc in the first quarter. Now here's White. He's covered closely. Nice shot by Walker.
Yeah, this period, they're letting him go to work, and it's paying off.
To the paint. Here's Young. And Young slams it in.
You know, when he gets that close, Young is going to finish with a dunk.
San Antonio's gone 3 of 6 shooting from beyond the arc. Here's White. Yes, great play by Walker to set it up. White's got his second basket.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
And Toronto calls time here. Love the shooting Walker provides. When he's hot, Clark, he can carry this offense in short stretches.
Well, B.A., you know every team can use a microwave score, and Walker is just getting started. Plenty of upside still to tap.
So Toronto going with almost an entire new group here. Achua's checked in for Birch. Boucher comes in for Young. Watanabe's checked in for Barnes. And it's Trent in for Flynn. A big group substitution here for San Antonio. Collins, he's checked in for Aminu. McDermott comes in for Johnson. Vassell, he's checked in for Walker. And Forbes subbed in for White. Here's Forbes, guarded by Van Vliet. And it's stolen by Van Vliet. And he lays it in off the breakaway. And now it's a 4-point Raptor lead. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Raptors.
Their frenetic defense has been impressive, putting ball handlers on the defensive and turning them over as well.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnover.
When you get a chance to run the floor like that, you have to capitalize. Great hustle on that play.
Collins outside. Pirtle, the pass to McDermott. Pass to Vassell from behind the arc. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Van Vliet outside. Achua up top. Trent from long range. Connects from downtown. Trent's got 5.
They keep trading punches. Both teams in a groove early.
Hey, guys, this is going to be fun now. I mean, we've got ourselves a shootout on tap here. Yeah, he just flat out tricked that one, missed it, and has no one to blame but himself.
Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
San Antonio calls timeout. And the top pick in this year's draft, Cade Cunningham. Grant, I heard some insiders compare you to him. You like those comparisons?
Well, he's 6'8" with skill, sees the floor. I think he coaches the game the right way. Maybe not the leaper I was, but tremendously talented, and I'm so eager to see how he develops. He's got a bright future in front of him.
All right, look who's coming out of the court. Come on and get loud for your Northside crew. Ladies and gentlemen, your Northside crew.
The Spurs making a switch here. Here's a look at some stats for him.
He's been playing a larger role in their offense over the past 5 games. And we see that in his usage rate, which has gone up during that stretch. We'll see if they continue to lean on him here tonight.
Pass to McDermott. Here's Primo. Oh, they get a hand on it. Achua with a steal. Here's Watanabe. Here's Boucher, and finished off by Boucher.
And I just love how he's making the effort plays that everyone around him appreciates.
It is certainly making an impact tonight.
Well, you know, if you're not going to take care of the defensive glass, it's going to be hard to come away with the win.
From 18 feet away, and there are the Raptors with another bucket.
And he couldn't get an easier shot. The defense right now just looks defeated.
Well, that's exactly the kind of defense that's gotten them into the hole.
Here's Primo. Inside. Here's Collins. Oh, and just miss after miss right now.
Already +5 in terms of rebound margin.
Pretty clear. They're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
Achua gets the bucket.
Well, I love the way he goes after it there. I mean, you've got to respect that. He's rewarded for his efforts of pursuing the ball.
Here's Primo. Achua defending. Pass to Collins. It's stolen by Trent. And here comes the break.
2 minutes left in the first.
Boucher outside. And here's Achua. Trent outside. Van Vliet, the pass to Trent. They get it back. Here's Watanabe. Trent outside. From deep. Here's Achua. And at last, they get one to fall. Achua's got 6.
And this defense needs to turn the screws and ramp up the intensity. They're looking a little loose out there right now.
Yeah, they've got to do a little more to disrupt their offensive rhythm, too.
Now a timeout called by San Antonio.
Things just aren't going their way. He clearly wants to talk it over.
And you know what, guys? If for nothing else, just to slow things down a little bit, change it up somewhat.
Let's take a second to see which teams have been hitting the glass with a fury this season. Number 1, the Raptors.
And I love how active they all are on the glass. When a shot goes up, this team takes a game rebounding approach to tracking down their boards.
A nice shot by Forbes.
You know, this is the next step in his development. Forbes understanding when to look to score from there.
Oh, wasted no time on that one. He's got 18.
And they've quickly gathered 8 second chance points thus far.
Feasting on those backboards. I love that physicality.
Pass to Forbes. Launches it. Pure from three-point range.
Right back at you, Forbes, with that stroke of his. Never backs away from pulling the trigger at the other end.
Here's Achua. Shoots over Collins. And it's Achua. That time on the assist from Van Vliet.
And we know it's still early, but they're getting destroyed on the boards.
Well, they've got to take a stand and commit to controlling their defensive backboards. These second chance buckets are killing them.
McDermott from outside. The shot, no good. And it's Toronto taking it the other way.
The way they've gotten after rebounds has been impressive.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Yeah, their aggressive approach on the offensive glass has created second chance opportunities.
Ultra impressive, guys. Caught them off guard, and they've taken the momentum in this game now.
Here's McDermott following the bucket by the Raptors. With the drive. Primo can't hit.
You know, that's not a great matchup, guys. He forced it against outstanding defense.
And the basket by Trent.
Adds to their lead. They've been able to rely on him all night.
Here's Primo. Jacks up a 3. Buries it from 3. That'll count. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. Fred VanVleet has been on display for Toronto, scoring, passing, imposing his will at the offensive end. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere. Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a very convincing performance from the Raptors so far.
Simply put, they look totally fearless on the defensive end.
Well, you know, the defense, guys, is just disruptive, active, and energetic, and you can't afford to be loose with the ball against these guys.
VanVleet and Trent Jr. at the guard spots. Chris Boucher out there with Yuta Watanabe. And it's Achua in at the center position. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors. Now here's Achua, and he makes it on the layup. Achua's got 10.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
McDermott inside. Achua's there. To Watanabe. It's a one-on-one situation. The shot from the low post is good.
Woo! His energy is unmatched.
And, you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Here's Primo. McDermott right side. Here's Forbes. Guarded by VanVleet. Here's Primo. Gets it to go. That makes him 2 for 3 in this game.
Boy, nice job that time, guys, from Forbes. Spotting the wide open man and dropping the dime.
To the inside. Pass to Watanabe. Now VanVleet from downtown. Sinks it from distance. VanVleet's got 23.
Even with all the threes he nailed in the first quarter, the defense still hasn't made the proper adjustments.
Here's Primo. McDermott for 3. Knocks it down from distance. McDermott's got his first 3 points of the game.
And, you know, it's clear McDermott has practiced this shot thousands of times. Quick trigger.
Trent on the wing. Here's Watanabe. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. San Antonio's gotten 6 of 11 threes to go in this game. Primo, good. And the Raptors call time here. All right, Clark, in your heyday, you were a real force on the glass. What impresses you about today's rebounding experts?
Well, the rebounding piece of the game has not changed. It's all about timing, positioning, and desire to retrieve the ball. And I had that, and rebounding is universal and timeless. If you can rebound at the highest level in college, then typically you're a good rebounder in the pros. And if you rebound in the pros in the 50s or 60s, you'd be able to rebound in the pros in the 80s, 90s, and 2000s. So that part of my game, I know, without any doubt, would still transfer today.
And it's the Raptors with the ball after the basket by San Antonio.
Reading the trajectory of that shot, he anticipated the big rebound.
Takes a 13-footer and misses it off the right side of the rim. The Raptors have got 3 of 6 shots to go here in the second quarter. Trent. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
First in scoring, first in rebounding, and they're the best passing team in the NBA. #1 in assists this season. That tells you a lot about the leadership and the attitude of this squad. No one player puts himself above the team.
And it's no secret the league is definitely more offensive-oriented nowadays. And they are the best of the bunch in following that trend, leading the league in points per game.
Derek White doing a nice job orchestrating the offense in the right direction there.
Here's Young. Hits the front of the rim and out. For San Antonio, they've gone 4 for 6 here in the second. It's tipped off his foot. And it's whistled a kick. A fantastic mobile one block. This one deserves another look.
Yeah, just some terrific effort there. And you know the whole team will get an energy boost off a block like that one.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second. Birch against Walker. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
That's his first personal foul.
And the first one at the line is good. And the Spurs making a change here. Pirtle's checked in. And both free throws good for Walker. Toronto has gone 1 of 3 from three-point land here in the second quarter. Barnes finds Birch. Back to Barnes. Let's go with a 3. And from the field after that one, 3 for 4 now.
Hey, I'm stating the obvious here, but he was very comfortable taking that shot. Not a defender in sight.
The open shot, White. San Antonio again missing.
You know, he's been off tonight, off his game. At this point, he might want to focus on creating for others.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
So, Brian, the NBA tests out different rules in the G League, including shooting 1 free throw for all the possible points to speed things up. How much did it hurt players' free throw percentages, not getting the multiple tries? Well, averages dropped a percentage point or 2. Is that a deal breaker or something to consider?
Yeah, those are good questions. We'll see, Allie. Thank you.
Al-Farouq Aminu. 2 shots.
The first one falls. And so he makes both from the line. Toronto's gone 2 of 5 from deep here in the second. Pass to Flynn. Now Trent. For 3. Good. That's his 5th bucket in 9 attempts.
Backing up that last 3 with another 3. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
Walker for 3. And give him another one. He's 6 of 8 and looking solid.
Boy, he's really been dominant in this one. Unfortunately, he hasn't had much help.
And you talk to anyone about White, Grant, they'll tell you he's best when he's being assertive.
I totally agree. I mean, White can be caught standing around when he's not involved. You want him initiating and pick and roll, and he makes pretty good decisions. Now, he may never be a star, but he's going to give you solid minutes. He's been shooting with great consistency tonight. Love to see that confident play on offense.
Pass to Flynn. Now here's Trent. Lets it go from deep. That's in. Coming off an assist from Young. Young's got 4 assists in the game.
That's his 2nd triple this quarter after hitting 1 earlier. This is how you space the floor. Hey, he's doing whatever he can right now to pump up his teammates.
Barnes goes in. That one no good. San Antonio's gotten 7 of 12 three-point attempts to fall. Here's White, and it's rejected. And it's out of bounds to the Spurs as San Antonio retains possession. Here's Aminu. That 3's off the mark. Toronto has gone 50% from the perimeter in this second, shooting 4 of 8. Back to Birch. Pass to Young. Oh, from deep. They get the rebound. And it goes. As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot 1 more at the line.
That's his 1st personal foul. 2nd team foul.
For San Antonio, they've gotten 7 of 13 attempts to go here in the second. White, the pass to Walker. Johnson against Barnes. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
And when Pirtle sees a guy on his team open, he finds him right away, whipping that pass there directly.
Outside Young. Up top Barnes. Covered by Johnson. They grab their own miss. And he gets it to go. Birch has got 5 points now this quarter.
And that's a backbreaker for the defense. I mean, offensive boards like that run momentum against you.
Well, you know, that's the way it's going to be for them today, fellas. Can't sustain any momentum.
And they've won the battle on the board so far, and the scoreboard reflects that.
Well, the effort level they've had has been outstanding. Hard to keep a team down when they play with that much energy.
For San Antonio, they've gone 8 of 15 in the second. Johnson lays it up and banks it in. Johnson's got 7.
They've now had assists on each of their last 3 buckets.
Pass to Flynn. There's the 3. hits the three-pointer.
As the deep shots continue to fall, you can sense the frustration growing among these defenders.
Yeah, and they either have been unwilling or unable to take that shot away.
Snatched up from deep. Aminu, no good. Toronto's shooting has been good. 54% on this one. The three from Barnes. Aminu with the rebound. Aminu's got his 4th rebound in this one.
Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold this quarter. Man.
To the middle. Here's Flynn. That's in. Coming off an assist from Young. Young's got his 5th assist in this one.
Give him credit. Improving in the second quarter. Just great adjustments.
Now here's Walker. 21 points in the game. Right side White. Gets it to go. 3 makes, 9 attempts. The Raptors shooting 48% from the field in this quarter. Here's Barnes, and he dunks it down.
Precision pass into the post. Well-earned assist.
And here's White. He's got 6. Pass to Walker. Here's Aminu. Up top, White, guarded by Trent. And it's Toronto with a rebound. Trent's got 4 rebounds now. Young finds Birch. Here's Trent. It's hauled in by White. White's got 4 rebounds now.
It's been that kind of quarter for him. The shot has just been unreliable.
And he comes up with a bucket. Johnson's got 6 here in the quarter. Johnson's gone 4 for 6 from the floor here tonight. Pass to Birch. Over Pirtle. That one off the back iron and out.
Well, you know, you'd like to see a little more effort there defensively, but maybe they wanted him to take that shot, baited him into it.
Excellent movement on the play. The pass on time and on point.
Here's Trent following the bucket by the Spurs. And out of bounds. San Antonio will have it.
San Antonio ball.
And the Raptors with some changes. Boucher's checked in for Birch. And Fred VanVleet is subbed in for Trent. A big group substitution here for San Antonio. San Antonio's gone 2 of 5 from deep here in the second. Pass to Primo. Back to Forbes. Ooh, good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Forbes has gotten his 3rd basket of the night.
Defensively, you just can't afford to give these easy looks up. Just asking to get burned if you do.
Out left to the wing. Here's Flynn. And they recover it.
With that offensive board, they're likely to have the last possession here. That'll drive your coach crazy, failing to box out. Ugh.
Those are free points you're giving away. You got to work harder on the glass.
Here's Primo. 7 points in the game. Pass to Collins. Outside Johnson. On the wing, Forbes. The 3 is up. On target from range. Forbes has got 10 points in the game.
Well, this is the strength and forte of Forbes' game. He's a lethal sniper from deep.
They get it again. VanVleet left side. Puts up a 3. No luck on that one. San Antonio goes the other way with it. It's off to Boston after this one, where they will face the Celtics. That'll be game number 4 of 7 on this current road trip.
I just love the ball movement.
Well, the Raptors shooting 51%. Good clip from the field. Pass to Barnes. VanVleet outside. And Thaddeus Young gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
Ooh, this guy is as hot as they come from distance. Defensively, you almost have to pick him up once he crosses half court.
Achua's checked in for Toronto. Watanabe comes in for Barnes. McDermott's checked in for San Antonio. San Antonio's gone 3 of 6 from outside in the second quarter. Pass to Primo. Here's Vassell. Here's Primo, guarded by VanVleet. Fader on the way. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Achua's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Here's VanVleet. No good, a bit long that time.
There wasn't much defensive resistance there, guys, but somehow he blew it anyway. Missed opportunity.
Pass to Vassell. Here's Forbes. He's got 10. There's the triple. Primo, good. 12 points for him.
Really nice job moving the ball around that time, picking apart that defense.
Now Achua. Collins defending. Boucher outside. And here's Van Vliet from deep three-point range. Oh, again, Toronto with a triple.
His production from range has been nothing short of astounding.
Here's Forbes. Last game, 26 points for him. Pass to Vassell. Here's Primo, guarded by Van Vliet. Down to 5 on the shot clock. A nice shot by Forbes.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Here's Watanabe. 27 points his last game. Van Vliet outside. The three ball. Vassell with the rebound. And for the Spurs, their shooting is around 55% so far. Achua with a steal. Pass to Flynn. Rebound San Antonio. Here's Forbes. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And so it's Toronto up 15 points as this quarter concludes. Their defense has forced a number of key turnovers, giving them a clear advantage on possessions. All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
Thanks. I'm here with Coach Popovich. And Pop, I know you're not happy with the first half. They've taken the fight to you thus far. How do you take it back?
Yeah, they've been the aggressive team. I think we played really soft so far. Really pathetic defensive performance.
Coach, hopefully more toughness from your team in the second half. Thanks.
Thanks, Allie. After the break, we'll see you right back here to begin quarter number 3.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Fred VanVleet had a huge first quarter. He had 29 points, 4 assists, and 2 steals. And taking a look at the Raptors, Kenny, what'd you see out there?
And the game plan they went with was very clear. It was centered around scoring inside. Pound that ball inside, pound it in the paint, try to get the high percentage shot. And because of this assertive attitude, they've got the edge where it counts on the scoreboard.
Shaq, what did you see from San Antonio?
They need to give more energy and effort on the boards. The rebounding delta has been one of the main issues. Probably is they're getting bullied. I'm not sure they have the players to change that.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Man, one guy's been getting it done, Fred VanVleet.
Yeah, tonight, he's done a great job of slashing through the lane and finishing.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up, be physical with him.
Here's who Greg Popovich is starting the second half with. We've got Keldon Johnson, Jakob Poeltl out there with Al-Farouq Aminu. Then it's Derek White, and it's Walker in at the 2 guard.
At the line for Toronto, Cam Burns. At the line for 1.
And it's the Spurs ball. Pass to Aminu. Down low. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. It goes on Fred VanVleet. And he drops a first.
At the line for the Spurs.
And both free throws good for Walker. And for Toronto, they're shooting at about 51% for the game so far in this one. And out of bounds, San Antonio will have it. And we've got to see that sensational mobile 1 block again.
Oh, showing no signs of giving up this lead. That block sent shockwaves into the opposition sails.
fires it from the corner. Ooh, excellent D there from Barnes.
And their physical dominance has been on display. A 10-rebound advantage is a good indicator of how this game has gone.
Van Vliet misses.
Good shot, gone bad. Gotta finish there.
Here's Walker. Oh, not wasting any time and taking the shot and hitting it. Walker's got 25 points. And Toronto has possession. They lead by 14. Van Vliet. That one goes. Count it.
Deep into the game, you rely on players like him to keep delivering.
Pass to White. Back to Walker. Here's Aminu. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
You know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
Now here's Walker. 25 points in the game. There's Young with the three, and a great assist by Van Vliet as that one goes. Young's got 7 points.
And, you know, you like that about Young, his ability to stretch out a team if they don't respect his three-point shot.
That's why you keep your head up. If the assist is there, you can pounce.
Van Vliet against Walker. Van Vliet, the pass to Young. Now here's Barnes. Three-pointer. To the inside. Here's Birch. Rebounded by Johnson. The Spurs have gotten 3 of 4 shots to fall so far in the third. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Well, he wanted to let us know that he's got some bounce to his game now. White rising up with ease to send that one home.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
For San Antonio, they've gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to go since the break. Here's Aminu, guarded by Young. A shot by Johnson, no good. Toronto has gone 1 for 2 from outside the arc in this third quarter. And it's Birch, that time on the assist from Van Vliet. Birch has got 7 points here in the quarter.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Now here's White. Give him 8. No good from 11 feet. Barnes against White. Beyond the arc. Barnes, it's good. 13 points in the game.
They've had a hard time shutting down the three-point shot.
And they're not making up for it with their own shots from deep either, so that's a double-edged sword there.
Nice shot by Walker.
Walker the fourth.
For Toronto, they've gotten 6 of 11 attempts to fall so far in the third. Here's Birch. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play opportunity. Trent, he's checked in for Toronto.
Second team foul. At the line for Toronto, Ken Birch, shooting 1.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes here into the third. Pass to White. Fires the three. Yes! Great play by Walker to set it up. Walker's got assist number 5 here tonight. Van Vliet, the pass to Young. This one for 3. And that one's good. Van Vliet for 3. Van Vliet's got 34.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
With 2 hands on the rock, he powers it through.
Totally in control, protecting the ball the whole way.
And he should be. I mean, remove all doubt. Get it down, hard, and simple.
And so it's San Antonio with it. The Raptors making their last shot. Walker's shot is off. Toronto has gone 3 of 4 from outside in the second half. Van Vliet outside. Pass to Young. And here's Birch. Covered by Pirtle. The baseline, Jay. Rebounded by the Spurs. Pirtle's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
You look at it, a nice combination of size and mobility made Pirtle a top 10 pick in 2016. He does a really good job bringing energy and taking up space at both ends of the floor. And I love his hands at the offensive and defensive end.
Boucher's checked in for Toronto. And San Antonio with a change here, too. McDermott's checked in for Pirtle. Now here's Johnson. 11 points in the game.
Great job executing that inbounds play. That's got to make Coach happy.
And finished off by Boucher.
I'll tell you, he is so tough to keep down once he gets near that rim.
Yeah, he can get up even a few notches higher.
Well, and that's exactly how the game is played in the paint inside, guys. I mean, you can play over the top. I think you've got a big advantage.
From deep, Johnson. Good. And it's Walker who picks up the assist. Walker's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. You know, Clark, on a per-minute basis, Pirtle's shot blocking and rebounding are near elite.
They really are, B.A., and it's hard for the average fan to pick up on that, but his game is not flashy. It's all substance, and he's got excellent timing at the defensive end and catches just about everything at the offensive end.
Now here's Walker. He's got 27, and they pick up 2.
Wow, he was just wide open there. That's way too easy.
Trent outside. From outside the arc. Gets the 3 to fall. Trent's got 20 points.
Slow reaction from the D, and it cost him 3.
Walker against Trent. Pass to McDermott. Now here's Johnson. He's guarded by Barnes. Just 5 to shoot. Now here's McDermott. Here's the 3. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
The main weapon in McDermott's arsenal, so good at cashing in from behind the arc.
It's Barnes on the wing. Over Johnson. And Barnes with a basket. The assist by Van Vliet. Van Vliet's got 9 assists now tonight. To the paint. And it's blocked. What a play as he just snatches the shot out of midair. Pass to Birch. Here's Boucher for 3. Nails it from 3. Boucher's got 5 points in the quarter. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Raptors.
We've seen them make the extra effort defensively, rotating, closing out airspace, and sending shots back.
They've worked hard tonight at crashing the boards as well. They've had a bunch of second chance points.
Here's Van Vliet following the bucket by the Spurs. He can't get that one to fall. Walker against Barnes. Walker passes to McDermott. To the wing, right side. Here's Johnson. He got a piece of it. Pass to Birch. Here he goes. Good. And Van Vliet gets the assist. Birch has got 19.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
And the Spurs call time here.
And there's nothing more frustrating for a coach than seeing his team giving up a bunch of second chance points. That's going to be the main topic during this timeout.
With some changes. Achua comes in for Birch. And Watanabe is subbed in for Barnes. Here's Forbes. He's got 13. And the call will be against Fred Van Vliet. That's his 3rd foul so far.
13 foul.
So it's San Antonio now. Primo, good.
Well-designed inbounds play. It's an art.
They have really been in control of this one.
You don't want to get complacent here.
Here's Vassell. Now quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Pass to Achua. Van Vliet outside. And the Raptors, another three.
Putting on a shooting clinic from deep. He had that huge first half, and he's still rolling.
Here's Primo. And here's Collins, uncovered. And it's Watanabe with a rebound.
Almost too wide open there. That's like a warm-up jumper for him.
Rebound San Antonio. Here's Forbes. His offense has been solid, scoring around 11.5 points a game. Here's Primo, guarded by Trent. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. Precious Achua picks one up. First free throw is good.
Shooting for San Antonio, Josh.
So he gets them both.
And they've done well from the free throw line this half. No misses yet.
And that efficiency, as you know, so critical when you're looking to overcome a deficit. You've got to be close to perfect and can't waste scoring opportunities.
Now here's Achua. Shoots over Collins. Achua can't hit. Pass to Vassell. Here's Primo. McDermott outside. Again, the miss by the Spurs. Well, the Raptors shooting a remarkable 60% clip. Very efficient. Trent from long range. Good. And Van Vliet gets the assist. Trent's got 23.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
Shot from 12. Rebounded by Trent. Trent's got 6 rebounds in the game. Inside, here's Watanabe, and the layup is good off the glass. Watanabe's got his second bucket of the night.
They've toned down their three-point attack in the second half, looking to protect the lead with higher percentage shots.
Here's Primo. 17 points in the game. Six to shoot. That shot, no good. A minute 31 left to play in the third quarter. Here's Boucher. No good. San Antonio goes the other way with it. Pass to McDermott. Here's Vassell. Here's Forbes. Three-pointer off the mark. And they've been moving the ball really well tonight.
Good things come to those who take good shots. The officials were right on top of that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without foul.
Flynn, he's checked in for Trent. Both free throws, good from Van Vliet.
And really strong at the line since the break.
No misses yet. You can't do much better than that, guys.
Pass to Primo. To stop the run. And Collins with the slam.
I guess you don't need two hands when one will suffice.
Hey, as long as you don't lose control.
Yeah, I like the variety, though. Nice to switch it up.
And the basket by Boucher.
Always a good possession when you can get that kind of look.
They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Pass to McDermott. We've got 33 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Primo. And it's Boucher with the rebound. Boucher's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Achua. And a great assist by Van Vliet as that one goes. Achua's got 12 points in the game.
And just shredding apart the defense with his passing. He's helping to pace this offense so well.
You know, numbers don't always tell the story, guys, but his assist totals do paint the picture here. I mean, he's got everybody involved.
Here's Flynn. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. 12 points for him. Here's Primo. Fires from deep. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And so it's Toronto with a commanding lead to end the quarter. 27 points, looking good. And they've been shooting the lights out from the arc. All those threes have this poised for a blowout. We'll be right back with you shortly. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
Boy, that's a nice asset to have. It's a huge boost to any offense, too. It adds a whole nother dimension when you've got a big guy that can pass.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. We've got Fred VanVleet, and it's Watanabe in at the 3. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto.
First team foul. Now into the lineup for your Raptors.
Driving to the basket, pass to Forbes, releases. Wilson grabs the board.
And that's a low percentage shot, and I'm sure he knows it.
Well, you can't be forcing a shot like that. You got to keep the ball moving. Get something better.
Here's Primo. Oh, he's now 7 for 12. And Grant, you played for a Suns team that was influential with their training staff's approach. How has sports medicine changed from the early days?
You know, B.A., it has changed immensely. Nowadays, every team incorporates that foundation that Suns medical staff had back in the day. It's all about prevention. It's about recovery. It's the big picture approach to making sure players can not only get through season after season, but have longevity throughout their careers.
Gillespie can't get it to go. The Spurs have gone 2 of 3 to open the 4th quarter. Primo, good. He's got 22.
That's a textbook example of how to move the ball. Boy, you got to love that action.
And the Raptors miss again. For San Antonio, they've gone 3 of 4 in the 4th and looking confident on offense.
That's just another mistake. I mean, they've got it on autopilot, and they look totally dejected.
Both teams will make substitutions. Timeout called, the Raptors. And Bryn Forbes, a fantastic shooting threat, Clark. You know he's looking to hurt you from outside.
B.A., he is a laser. I mean, this guy's one of the best catch-and-shoot players in the league. Stays ready to hoist it up at all times and never lacks for confidence.
This is how you force a defense to collapse. Kick the ball right inside.
Here's White. Here's Forbes. Pass to Aminu. Now here's White. Lets the 3 fly. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
After some misses in the first, he's making up for it now.
Here's Watanabe. 3 from Barnes. Shoots over Johnson. Barnes, no good.
Well, I don't think he's performing up to his own expectations, but they still find themselves out in front.
It's Johnson with a drive. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Well, they're on the right path now, but still in a pretty big hole.
That kind of deficit, I think they're going about it the right way. I mean, they've got to get aggressive on defense. They need stops. And then you got to take care of the basketball at the other end so you get a good shot every trip.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation. Hurdle with the bucket.
There's not a ton of time left, but they're still in the game.
Hard not to wonder if maybe they left it until too late. I mean, they finally started to make some things happen, but at this point, they almost have to be perfect the rest of the way.
Walker, he's checked in for San Antonio.
Into the lineup for the Spurs, Ronnie Walker IV.
That'll be a 5-second call.
Rare turnover for them tonight. They've protected the ball, and they're trying to protect this lead.
And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth now. Pass to Aminu. Pirtle with the ball. From deep, Johnson. And again, it's San Antonio with a three.
Right now, the defense needs to do a better job of closing out on this guy. He's heating up from outside.
Here's Birch, covered by Pirtle. 11 feet out. San Antonio with a rebound. Pirtle's got 8 rebounds in the game. Johnson passes to Walker. Nice assist and nice finish. Solid play all the way around. Walker's got 10 points here in the second half. A little over 3.5 minutes in the books now in this fourth quarter. Barnes finds Young. Here's Flynn. Launches a three. Rebounded by Johnson. Johnson's got his 4th rebound in this one.
I've been in this position. Your team is up. You want to drive in the dagger. He may be a little overeager.
It's stolen by Barnes. Pass to Flynn. Over Pirtle. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
That's his 4th personal foul. Second team foul.
First one falls for him. And the Raptors making a change here. Van Vliet's checked in.
Taking 2
Second free throw, no good. On offense, here are the Spurs. They're on a 19-6 run. White against Van Vliet. And the call will be against Fred Van Vliet. That'll get him his 4th foul of the game.
That's number 4 on him. He's still got a little wiggle room, but if he picks up a 5th, that could be a problem.
Here's White. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
It didn't take long for White to distinguish himself in the league. He's a really good ball handler and has some good moves, too.
2 shots.
White hits them both.
Making shots at the line. You need a good routine, and he certainly has one.
To the paint. Here's Young. And count that. 2 points and a chance for 1 more at the line.
That's what makes Young so dangerous, in my opinion. I mean, his ability to cut in off the bounce and finish through contact, that puts a lot of pressure on the defense.
For San Antonio, they've gone 8 of 9 here in the fourth quarter. Birch against White. Here's the teardrop. Great positioning on the putback.
And Pirtle has stick-to-itiveness on the offensive glass. He just throws himself in the mix to come up with those boards.
The 3 from Barnes. San Antonio with a rebound. Aminu's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's Walker. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It's going to go on Kim Birch, and he makes the first.
At the line for the Spurs, Ronnie Walker the 4th.
Both shots good from the stripe. The Raptors shooting 51%. Good clip from the field. Pass to Barnes. The 3. Counted from distance. Barnes has got 21 points in the game.
He's showing no signs of letting up here.
Outside White. Here's Walker. 3-pointer. Fires in the triple.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Young with the bucket.
Things started to click for him in the second half. You can tell the focus and the intent is all there.
Pass to White. Lots of room. Toronto grabs the miss.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time. And, you know, they're looking good, really good right now because of him. He sees this game by the throat, and he's squeezing hard.
And San Antonio has possession. Following the bucket by the Raptors. Walker's shot is off. Here's Barnes. That one's good, and it's Young with the assist. Young's got 9 assists now tonight.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
Now here's Pirtle. Outside Walker. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Hey, it is never easy guarding Purtle. I mean, he's got so many moves, a lot of ways to get defenders to foul.
Here's Van Vliet. And there it is for him. Van Vliet's got 43 points.
And force-feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
White, good.
White, one of the things you like, he plays within himself. Never forces things offensively.
Van Vliet, pass to Birch. Young from long range. And the Raptors, another 3.
All of a sudden, he's balling. Halftime adjustments successful so far.
To the middle. Here's Aminu. Banked it in off the glass.
Encouraging signs for him after starting the game poorly. He's picked it up here in the second half.
Barnes, no good. San Antonio's gone 4 of 4 from outside during the fourth. Here's Walker. And he can't get that one. And it's Toronto taking it the other way. And Barnes with a basket. The assist by Young. Barnes has got 10 points in the quarter.
They've been a little soft with their defense on the interior.
Yeah, and they're really getting pummeled on points in the paint here.
Here's White. The shot won't fall. Young with the defensive effort. Here's Van Vliet. Deflected. Johnson with it. To the inside. Here's Pirtle. He's now 8 for 11 after that made shot.
Yeah, and I like guys when Pirtle gets into a groove and demands the ball. I mean, he's extremely dangerous when he has the hot hand going.
It seems like every miss ends up in his hands. He's been unreal.
Tell you what, those are crazy numbers, guys. I mean, believe me, I was a good rebounder in my day. It is not easy to corral that many boards in one night.
The big-time throwdown.
Check him out. Keeps the grip on that rim after the finish. A little extra emphasis.
Maybe that'll help them recapture their edge a little bit, guys.
Here's White. After the basket by Toronto. Down low. And again, another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He has been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Pass to Birch. Here's Flynn. Off target from three-point range. Spurs shooting a fantastic 57%. Walker against Van Vliet. Walker passes to Pirtle. And the dunk by Pirtle.
Oh, that was nasty. A two-hand mega slam.
Man, I don't think anyone was going to stop him there.
Well, guys, I'm glad they didn't try because I don't want anybody to get hurt out there.
And Toronto calls time here.
They've committed enough fouls to be in the penalty already. Not good. They really need to concentrate on playing strong defense without getting too physical.
Let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Derek White.
You'd think he was playing the one spot with all those assists. Now, coaches have to love a player on the floor who has that kind of skill set. It's made their offense that much more dynamic in this game.
And the Spurs making a change here. McDermott's checked in. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to find out what Nick Nurse was discussing with his players. He spoke to his club like they were down in a score. He told them, quote, "We haven't won anything yet. Don't go easy. We've had all the leads like this, and we've seen them evaporate quickly." Coach bringing the urgency. Back to you.
Thank you for that, Allie. It's stolen by Pirtle. Here's Johnson. Yes, great play by Walker to set it up. Johnson's got 12 points here in the second half.
Well, look, I mean, great anticipation on one end leads to points on the other.
Boy, there's not much defense available once a steal is made. That's the best time to attack on the break.
And the ball is tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And San Antonio has possession. The three from Barnes. And the three-pointer goes. Barnes has got 13 points now in the quarter. San Antonio's gone 4 of 5 from beyond the arc here in the fourth. To the paint. Here's McDermott. And McDermott with a slam.
Elevates and detonates the one-hand stuff.
Picture perfect.
I'm glad he didn't go overboard and try to do too much there.
Grant, wouldn't be a bad idea here to slow it down.
Yeah, coach is definitely looking for patience and execution.
Three-pointer, Van Vliet connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable. And they were really able to find the mismatches they wanted and exploit those all night. Great execution from the players and coaching staff for the Raptors.
One area where they set themselves apart today, their aggressiveness in getting steals.
It really hindered their opponent all game long. And, of course, it helped spark their own offense.
And for the year, this will give them win number 17.
And being that this is the first of 2 games, these 2 teams will play against one another. They've set the tone with this win against the Spurs.
And what a huge performance it was for Fred VanVleet.
A quality offensive outing. When you get it going like he did, I'll tell you, it's one of the best feelings in basketball.
Now here's White. It's Walker on the wing. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
It's nice they found their rhythm here, but the clock is just not their friend.
Now they're playing with urgency, huh? They could have done it much earlier before the game was out of reach.
There's 38 seconds left in the game. White, the pass to McDermott. Shoots over Young. McDermott can't get it to go.
There's no way that's the best look this offense can produce.
Not at all. I mean, that's where they want him looking for a teammate, not trying to do it on his own. He needs to share the wealth there.
Walker for 3. Rebound by VanVleet. And Toronto calls time here. They're leading by 14. 12 seconds left in the fourth.
T-shirt time!
Into the lineup for the Spurs.
12 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Puts one up from 19. Kept alive.
They got a big lift from their crowd tonight, giving them the energy they needed.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it. They've done it.
So it's the Raptors winning this one easily. They didn't have too many problems tonight.
They didn't. Just a tremendous team effort. Once they had that big lead, they were not going to let the visitors back into the game.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Allie LaForce, Clark Kellogg, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson saying thank you for watching the NBA, brought to you by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.